Okay, so I am seated here with my grandmother, my grandma Anita. Grandma, say hello to my class.
Hello.
Okay, good. So Grandma, I'm going to ask you about 10 questions, and you can just feel free to answer however you'd like. No pressure. Just a bunch of teenagers watching. Okay, so the first question that I have for you is, when were you born? What year were you born?
In 48.
1948.
1948.
That is a great year. All right. Question number 2, where were you born?
On the island of Oahu.
Okay, and what was it like growing up there?
We swam a lot. It was fun. It was a wonderful place to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to start my early years.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe it for me? What did it look like?
Yeah, there. I lived one block from the beach, the ocean, and we woke up every day and we rode the bus.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it actually was a trolley. I'm going to say it was more of like a trolley type thing. And the reason you did that is because we had the main road that went into Waikiki Beach. There was no hotels there but one. One hotel was there, and the rest was just nothing, just plain beach, all the way to Diamond Head, and you could see and back.
So nothing like it is today with all the hotels and all the tourists.
Commercial. It is commercial, and it's different, very different.
Okay, cool. So can you tell me a little bit about your family, your parents, your siblings? What were they like? Let's start with your parents.
My parents.
If you could describe them.
My mother was Hawaiian. She was a typical Hawaiian woman. She was a good-hearted person. She, even when we came here we were a territory. Hawaii was a territory, and we came here on the most, I don't know what you call the plane, but it's like, it was a very small, like a crop plane or whatever they call it. And we came as 4 children and my mother to here. We landed here in California, and I don't know.
Okay. So 4 of you. So that means that you have 3 siblings.
I have 3 siblings.
Okay. 2 brothers and a sister.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Good. Can you describe them for me? What are they like?
Well,
if you were going to describe your brothers, what would you describe them as?
My brothers were good people. They were good siblings, very protective. They turned out to be really good people. My sister, Char was good. She was, I don't know how to really describe them.
They're all really good people.
They're just good people.
Okay. So then tell me, what was one of your favorite memories from your childhood?
My favorite memory?
Your favorite one.
I don't know. A really favorite memory as a child.
I have a favorite story that Grandma had told me with you skipping school.
Yes, I did. I will tell you something funny I did when I was little, and it's funny because all the Beach Boys there remember it throughout the years. I would go with these high heel clicker shoes that a lady gave them to me. And I would take a bucket of water, and I would go down, and all the way to Waikiki Beach, I would wash the telephone post with a
Washing
cloth.
the post?
Yeah, I washed the post and go from one to the other, and all the people would watch, because that's what I did. And what's funny about it, the trolley guy would finally pick me up because I had moved so far. So I'd go in there free, just get on the trolley and stuff, because they all knew me. Then I'd go down, and I'd be on the beach, and the nice thing is we learned probably and this is no lie, we probably learned to swim before we walked, because that's what we did.
So what was fun about washing the telephone poles?
I don't know. I can't even remember why I did, but people all laugh. And when people would come from Hawaii, that's the one thing they say. They want to know how I was doing, if I was doing anything in my life that had to do with washing stuff, because I washed all the telephone poles.
All right, washing the telephone poles. Good. So when did you move to California? How old were you?
I was just turning. I moved in the summer, and I turned 7 in November.
Okay, so just before you were 7.
August we came here, so around 7.
Okay, and so even though you were 6 or 7 years old at the time, do you remember what it was like having to move to a new place?
I think I was too young to really realize it, but I don't think we really wanted to come here.
You did not want to come here.
We did.
Why not?
I don't think any of my siblings wanted to come here.
Did you have a reason?
Probably because we had my grandmother and my grandfather who loved us so much and raised us, did a big part of our raising us kids that I still remember leaving her at the airport. We had so many leis, a candy lei, and it was sad to leave her and to leave the islands to come to some place we didn't even know.
Yeah.
It was strange.
So when you moved to California, you moved into Huntington Beach?
No. To Garden Grove.
Garden Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did you guys move into Huntington?
Maybe shortly after that, maybe 6-7 months, because one thing we call my stepfather, but I don't look at him as a stepfather because he is an amazing man in my life, but he didn't like to be away from the beach because that's where he was born, and we kids were born on the ocean there. So he wanted to get us to HB where he was born, and so we were there just short. I don't think we were there a year. I'm not sure.
Okay, just for a year. So just a few more questions. Do you remember any specific food or anything that either your mom or your grandma cooked for you that was like your favorite?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Poi and lau laus and gosh, think of another really thing. Stews, Hawaiian stew.
Can I ask you, why do you think it is that we don't eat those things very often anymore?
Probably because, I would think because as we get older and we get in, grow older, the people that were making that food are now either can't do it or are now gone. And so now we've moved on to another generation that might not have learned how to do it, or we just don't follow through.
Yeah, because I can guarantee I don't know how to make those things. Do you know how to make them?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I eat, yes.
Yeah.
We crave them. My siblings and I crave them. Matter of fact, me and my brother just this weekend, or this week, we both went to get our cracked seed, but that was candy we ate. We never ate sugar stuff. I mean, people say, "Oh, you must have been born here with sugar cane, pine." Yeah, we ate pineapples, mangoes, and that kind of stuff. But our candy was dried fruits. That was our candy. We crave them today. We buy them.
Yeah, I know. I've gone to those markets with you. It's fun. Okay, just a couple more questions. So what is one of your favorite family traditions?
My favorite family tradition, favorite.
Something that we currently do or something that we haven't done in a long time, but something that you would consider a family tradition?
Probably my favorite was when my sister, Shar, cooked and did all these wonderful baking and everything for our family, and she was the one that kept our family together. That's probably one of my biggest traditions, is being with my sister Shar and all the stuff that she used to do for Christmas.
No. I'm shocked that you didn't say that your favorite family tradition is throwing the risk board.
Oh my gosh, yes. That could be a tradition. I hate games.
Oh man. Okay.
I don't want to play them unless I win.
Unless you win, yeah.
Yes.
Grandma cheats.
I'm a poor loser on
Okay.
that. Yeah, that's a good one.
So my last question for you is, what is one tradition or one thing that you hope continues with your great-grandchildren? So this would be my children and then their children. What is one thing that you hope for them?
One thing I think I really hope for them, and this is very important to me, I hope they education, and I mean that with my heart, because it was a big part of my life that I did not follow through on, and as I got older, I regret it. I regret that I was given a good opportunity to get educated, so I want all my grandchildren to read books.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to love books like I love them, and I want them to get educated.
All right. Yeah, I mean, with an English teacher as a parent, I can guarantee.
Yeah, with you, I won't have to worry. What about Christian? What is he having?
Christian, anything you want to add? No? Okay. Well, Grandma, thank you for interviewing, or allowing me to interview you. Anything you want to say to the students before I turn it off?
Take advantage of every moment that you can learn, because take it from me, I'm 70 now, and what I know today, I would want to get more educated. I wish I would have got something that was mine. I don't know what I would have been, but just something that was mine, and you can only do that if you're educated.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right. Well, thanks, Grandma. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you.